Hi, so welcome to my video on how to talk to children, especially younger children, about war and conflict, especially with what's going on currently in the Ukraine. I know from experience, it's very difficult for us as parents to know exactly what to say, especially when we're obviously all very worried and concerned ourselves. So what would I say to a younger child based on my own experience of having children with severe anxiety at the best of times? First of all, I would validate their feelings because obviously they are going to be nervous and they are going to be subjected to hearing about this news, whether we want them to or not. So I would sort of have a very short conversation saying it's fine to be worried because that's a natural emotion, but maybe just try and say to them that it's a rare occurrence and that's why we don't hear about this all the time, and that obviously the government and and we as parents are doing everything we can to keep them safe. Maybe open up a short question by saying to them, what is it about the war and the news that they're hearing that's worrying them the most? Because that can help to bring the defences down to talk about it. But in my experience, I would actually keep the conversation short, validate it, and then I think I would distract it then. I would distract it by talking about something more engaging and more fun. I would also, if they want to continue the conversation, change into a more positive aspect in that just tell them what they could do. Is there something, for example, that you could make in the home together, something fun that would prove a distraction, but at the same time maybe they could sell to donate to a charity to help the people of Ukraine? Are there other charities you could donate to? So show them a positive aspect of something they feel they can do to help the people and the children of Ukraine, trying to put a positive spin on it. I would then distract the conversation and talk about something totally different, something they're likely to engage in. And I would also start doing something fun with them, whether that be a walk or go for a picnic or have a movie night or a treat night or maybe even play a board game. Anything that's going to keep them distracted from thinking about this news. And while we're talking about news, I would also keep news coverage to an absolute minimum. That is what I'm doing even with my older children, because even they're becoming anxious at 18 and 20. So I try to, obviously we have to keep abreast of what's in the news because it's very relevant and very current, but I think we do have a responsibility, especially if we've got younger children, to expose them as little as possible, because they've got enough little anxious worries going through in their heads without worrying about the bigger stuff as well. That's really down to us adults. So in a brief then, what I would do is I would validate it. I would ask them what it is that worries them about and have a brief conversation. I would change the conversation to talk about what they could positively do to help the situation, i.e. to make things and donate them to charity to help the people of Ukraine. I would then minimise the news coverage. I would distract them with conversation, engaging conversation. I would also distract them with doing something fun instead, so their thoughts are actually focusing on happy things rather than sad things. Which brings me on to these 2 pages in my book. I now write books, primarily is to raise awareness of OCD, but it's also to help children with anxiety. So that's why I've decided to do this video today, because I think it could help young children with anxious thoughts, even around war and things that make them feel really sad. So I'll just read 2 pages from my book. It's, my biggest worry is that I will fall over in front of everyone in a football match, giggles Emily. Leo is shocked as he thinks that Emily is fearless. How do you manage to keep it a secret, Leo asks, because Leo has been keeping some counting that he does, an OCD counting ritual, secret from everyone, and he thought that everybody would laugh at him. That's easy, replies Emily. When I'm worried, I think about something happy. What do you do, she asks. I count. Leo has replied before realising he feels really embarrassed. To his surprise, Emily simply replies, Gosh, counting must be so tiring. Which then leads on to 2 other pages then, which further cover then about distracting thoughts with happier things instead. Why don't you think about something else instead of counting, she offers. Like what, asks Leo. Try thinking about your favourite pizza. What if I buy you a slice of pizza if you don't count in the next match? Leo is shocked. He doesn't expect this reply. No laughing, no making fun, no embarrassing comments, just the promise of a pizza from his best friend. That wasn't so bad, he thinks. It's a deal, Leo replies. Because this actually shows as well that if a child is really anxious about tackling their anxiety, offering a treat or a reward as it's not sort of a bribe. A lot of people say it's a bribe. It's actually to celebrate your success, celebrate actually tackling anything they're anxious about. And also it's so important, and that's what I stress in my books as well, so important to confide in others, because often what they're worrying about, they'll find the friends can be often worrying about as well. So it does help to open up and talk to a friend or a teacher as well. If you'd like to purchase any of my books, I've got 2 books, Hank the Hungry Monster and Trixie the Treat Monster. This particular one was Trixie the Treat Monster. They're available to purchase in the UK via my website. And if you buy 2 books together on my website, you actually get a 20% discount. With my books, I actually donate half, 50% as well, to CAMS as a sort of payback for all the help they gave me when my daughter was really ill with anxiety issues. So my website is www.themindmonsters.co.uk, and I've also got a lot of free resources on there as well. Alright, I'll pop the link in the comments section as well. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope that's helped you when it comes to starting a conversation and talking to children about war, conflict and what's going on in Ukraine at the moment. Bye for now.